everyone. So it is show and tell day, I guess. I feel like making a video, so I'm gonna do some show and tell and show you guys some decks and what I've been up to. Here's my crystal. It is a citrine crystal and then it has like a little flower on it. I was really drawn to my crystal today, so I pulled it out for my recording. And then here's my citrine ring that I thought to stick on, and then I have these rings. So I'm not married. The reason why I wear these rings is because this one right here is my grandma's first engagement ring that she gave me, and then I bought this ring right here, and then I bought this other ring, this gold one, for my son, Julian, and then I bought this ring too. So this ring is a Neil Lane ring, and I've always wanted it. So as a child, I used to actually go on jewelry places, and I would like look at, Pinterest. I'm pretty sure all you guys have like a Pinterest wedding thing where you have a secret planned wedding of what your wedding's gonna look like, what your flowers are gonna look like, pre-planning for like when you're gonna get married. And so this was like one of these rings that I really wanted. And then when I got older, it went out of stock. Let me see, I could just show you guys. It went out of stock, and then I found it again. It came back on, and so I bought it for myself. And I don't think anything's wrong with that. So it's only a half carat, and it's Neil Lane. Neil Lane is my favorite. What do you call people that do diamonds? But yeah, I love stacking rings, and so I wasn't gonna wait for a guy to buy me a ring. You could just buy them for yourself. You don't have to be traditional. It doesn't matter. If you want the ring, buy the ring. So anyways, yeah, this is my citrine, and I'm attracted to it today. Okay, another thing, let's just go with decks. So what I've been up to is I've been working with my Lenormand deck, and I think this is the best Lenormand deck there is. It's simple, and it has really good card stock. It's by Los Scarabeo. But it's just simple, and it has, great card stock. It reminds me of like the old US games card stock, so it's kind of like the Thoth, like plastic feel, but it's not. So it's not like plastic where it's slippery, but it's like a perfect grip. And I just think this is a perfect deck. Lenormand is awesome. I'm just starting to learn Lenormand. And I think this is just the perfect deck. There's nothing like too fancy about it, but it gets the job done, and it has everything you need. And clear images. And I like the images, and I like the backs too. See? And the book I've been using while using my Lenormand deck is this deck. It's called The Essential Lenormand, Your Guide to Precise and Practical Fortune Telling by Rana George. And then here's the back. You could see mine's a little bit wrecked because my son likes to bite my books. But what's cool about this book, it's really thick. But so it gives you like an overview of what it is, and then it gives you like possible meanings that it could be. So it has like the future, and then it has woman and man, like characteristics of like what a man, woman could possibly be, which is really interesting. And then work, love, health, body and spirit, money, timing, advice, action, orientation, and objects and areas. And then she goes through and tells her personal story about the card, and then the combos. And then, she just goes through combos and other possible combos of what it could mean. And I thought that was pretty cool. So this is a really good book, and I would recommend it to anybody. And also, there's other things like, what the house, like the astrology. There's astrology in there. There's spreads. What what card is attached to what astrology house, and then it goes through the houses too and explains what house is what and what it means, and it's really cool. So I found this deck to be really interesting, and it's like the only book I feel like you would only need to start with Lenormand, and it's an easy reader. So another book that, or another deck that I got is the Syrian Starseed Tarot. So I was scrolling through YouTube, and there was like a preview of a girl, and she had this deck in her hands, and I was like, what deck is that? And so I clicked on her channel, and she was doing a twin flame reading, and I couldn't figure out what deck it was, and so I asked her, and she told me it was a Syrian Starseed Tarot. So then I went and searched it and found out it was out of print. And so I waited for a while, and then I went on Facebook Market and asked if anybody wanted to trade, and then somebody directed me to the right place to get it, and so I got it for a really good price. I paid mass market price, and then I paid like $25 for shipping because it was in Sweden. It was Swedish or whatever. But I really love this deck, and it's a really good reader. I like the guidebook. The names have changed, so wands are flames, and then crystals are pentacles, orbs are swords, and chalices are cups. And then what's cool about the court cards just shows this. Like, this is the only card you get for the court cards. And then so the seeker is pages, adept is the knights, and then the sage is the queens, masters is the kings. And like, there's a lot you can go off with this deck, and it's very flowing. Like, I don't know how to describe it, but it's just, it gives you room to work with your intuition. And I found it's a really good reader. Yeah, it's love at first sight. It's definitely been a really good deck to work with, and I love how large it is. It has big energy, and I love the energy on these cards. And what I love about this deck is like the images are so clear, so it's kind of like photography collage. And this is the Ten of Swords, and look how beautiful that is. So it's kind of like Daniel Noel a little bit, but this is more spacious, and that's what I love about it. And then you see in the background the girls there with the three chalices. The Hangman's one of my favorite cards in this deck, and the Star. But it's just a really good reader, and it's just like when you know, and this deck just speaks to me, and I really love it. This is one of my favorite emperors. Look at how nice he looks. There's just so much feels you get out this deck, and like you could really just like see yourself in the picture. It's beautiful. I resonate with the starseed stuff I've always had. And then Lennon Smith was talking about like her daydreaming and stuff, and like when she was talking about all that, like it really spoke to my heart, and how she used to always daydream, and that's how I felt as a child too. Like I was always daydreaming and never felt like I belonged anywhere, and always felt different, and just, I don't know, it just never felt like I'm human, I guess. I don't know. And yeah, I'm very spiritual, and yeah, so I resonate with the starseed, indigo child. Also, what else do I want to say? Like twin flames. I resonate with it all. And, you know, other people have different opinions on it, and everybody's right, because nobody knows. Nobody actually knows, and it's always going to be unknown. So everybody has a thought about it, and you're correct. Like, it is what it is. love this card, the indigo. It's a beautiful deck. I love this card. And I love this card. This is the Seven of Swords. Yes, this deck just speaks to me. And I feel very connected to it right away. Like, it was easy to read. And I've been enjoying the guidebook too. Okay, since we're on Starseed stuff, I got this Oracle too. It's the Lumiran Star Child Oracle. This has 88 cards and it has a really big guidebook, really thick guidebook. And oh yeah, so I've been making bags. I made this bag for it, and I made this bag, I made this bag, and I made this bag, and this one. So I've been pretty busy making bags too. So any of my decks that are loose, I made bags for them that fit them perfectly. Well, this one I'm probably going to switch with a different one because I want it to be like perfectly short where it fits snug. But right now I'm actually like starting to perfect it a little bit. If you want to learn how to make your own drawstring bags, go check out Lisa Pepez and Peggy Pepez, their tutorial on making your own drawstring bag, because that's where I got the idea. So I've been really enjoying making my own bags, and it's perfect because now I get to customize them. And I have fabrics, so. Oops, this is messed up. Let me fix it. And it's really simple how they, the tutorial, they made it so easy. But this is like the perfect bag for this deck. And I love the colors. I think it matches it very well, as you could see. And I resonate with dolphins too. I'm planning on doing like a full walkthrough of this deck eventually, but I haven't got to it yet, and I haven't really used this deck yet. But production-wise, it's very well done. The cardstock is really nice. The colors are really colorful. I love this card. There's a lot in the guidebook, and even if you don't resonate with like starseed stuff, this is still like a really good healing deck, and like raising your vibrations and stuff. And another reason why I got this deck too is because I've been looking for decks that I could use for my Thoth deck, because that's like my favorite workhorse deck, and so getting variety oracles that would match my Thoth. This was one that worked really well with my Thoth, so that's a plus. And it's thick, like look how much cards you get. And it's not repetitive either. So definitely check it out if you like it. What else do I want to show you guys? Oh, okay. So here's another deck that I got. I pre-ordered this off of Etsy. It's so cute. It is called the Animal Guide Oracle Base Pack Metaphysics Made Easy. Sorry. It's by Andy Taylor. Yeah, you could pre-order this off of Etsy. If you don't see it on Etsy, don't worry about it because it'll be back on. You just gotta wait. And this has over 100 cards. Over 100. I don't remember how much, but like this is a very good intuitive deck. I could get lost in the images and I could like put myself there. And then she did it like really smart with will guide you to store your resources. And so yeah, it tells you metaphysics made easy. She basically just gives you what you need to know about these animals, and you don't need a guidebook because you don't really need to think too hard about it, because it says we'll guide you to listen to your subconscious, so that's all you do. You don't need to like get all, really hard thinking about it. That's all you do. That's it. Just listen to what they say and you're good. And the card smells good. It smells like citrus, something like oranges and lemons and limes. I don't know. I don't know if she sprayed it or if the cards are scented, but they smell really good. And it pairs really well with Thoth. Let me just show you real quick. So it pairs really well with the white border Thoth and the greenie. So let me show you what it looks like with this deck. And then it's color coordinated for chakras, and you also get like a card with the chakras and what it means too. So you could like deep dive, learn more. You could read more about these animals, and it's very simple, but you got all what you need for this oracle, and I think it's amazing, and I'm really happy that I got it. And also, let's see, let me pull out another greenie. Wait, okay, I got it right here. Oh yeah, here's the chakra cards you get. And Thoth is a really hard deck to pair too, so seeing this oracle pair with Thoth, it's pretty awesome. And this deck pairs well with a lot of decks. It's very diverse, and there's a lot of cards, so it's pretty awesome. And I plan to do a full walkthrough of this deck too sometime. And then let me show you this Star Child Oracle, so you can kind of get a feel of what it looks like with this deck. Looks good, huh? I love the dolphins. I used to collect a lot of dolphin stuff when I was little. And then let me show you this one. Okay. So I have these playing cards I got off of Etsy too, and I put them in this tin. I dumped the cards that were in this tin because they were counterfeit or fake. So I threw the cards away and kept the tin. So when I saw this, I was like, ooh, cool, it's in a tin. And so I bought it and didn't realize that it was fake. So I threw the cards away. For a while, they were my kids playing cards because they wanted to play with cards too. So it was for them. But I really love this playing cards, and like it's matte cardstock, and it feels really good in the hands. It's just plain backs, but it's very vibrant. I love the feet in the court cards. So I use this for Sibylla too, and Lenormand. But I think it's a really beautiful, simple, yet vibrant, classy deck. And this is like a reproduction of an old deck. I can't tell you what one it was, but yeah, I found this off of Etsy too. I think it's really cute. Okay. Trying to think of what else I wanted to show you guys. Oh, okay. So I got this a couple weeks ago. This is by Pablo, I can't pronounce his name, but Roblito, right there. And I wanted this deck for a long time. This is like the 2013 edition. And I think it's perfect. So it's like the size of the Spanish tarot, kind of. And it has like the same cardstock. So the newer edition that he has out, it is matte, and this one's a little bit more like glossy. So you can see that's like the same height as it. This one's a little bit more slippier. This one's not as slippery. As you can see, it has like a little bit of a grip. So it's kind of like the cardstock like this one. And I heard that people didn't like the newer edition of this deck because of the matte cardstock, and it didn't slide like that. And so I was really happy to find this deck. I got it off of Facebook Market, and as soon as I saw it, I snatched it up. And I didn't pay that much for it either, so that was kind of nice. But this deck has been on my wish list for a long time, and I'm really happy that I got this specific edition. But this deck is perfect. I love the height, or the width of it and the length. I think it's a perfect size. It's a good travel deck, and I travel with it all the time. I always have this deck and my Thoth deck, Lenormand. I have 2 Thoth decks that I usually carry around with me. And then I've been carrying around my Starseed Tarot and my Kazanler Tarot. But yeah, this deck is amazing. And what I love about it is the face expressions. So you see how detailed and nice the face expressions are? And I love the Hangman. This is my favorite Hangman too. The Syrian Starseed Tarot, I love that Hangman too, but look how nice his face is. Like, it looks so good, and it's just a beautiful deck. I love the eyes. Look at that. How beautiful is that? And I love the tea stain. I think it's very attractive. So yeah, this deck is amazing. Okay, what else did I want to show you guys? What else have I been up to? Oh, my Medicine Woman Tarot. So I've been studying this deck too. And what's cool about, so I had this one right here, and this one's the colorless first edition. And it's just amazing what you could see once you get the colored edition, because like I had like a lot of aha moments with this deck already, and it's so cool because like I never noticed things until I seen it in color. And look at that. See that? It just brings everything to life. And this is the 6 of bowls, so 6 of cups. And then what's cool about, so it's like a story. So each suit, it's like the same characters in this deck. And so it's like a story. So the stones have a story, and it's like the same character of her. And then, so the bowls, let me just pull the bowls out really quick and show you. And this deck is kind of like manifesting. Like, it's just like, you go through the steps. You ever watch, or you ever read the book, Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon something? But anyways, so, you know, the law of attraction, or what you do, you have a burning desire, and then you write all your burning desires down, and then you meditate, and all that stuff. But anyways, it's kind of like a guide of what you should do in the suit of like, and it's so interesting, and it's really cool. But let me just show you what I mean. But it's really good. And it smells good. I got this rosemary smudge stick, and so it smells like rosemary. Okay, so let me put these in order just so you could see what I mean. And I never noticed it until it was in color, so I'm like fascinated by that. Okay. Okay, so like Ace of Bowls, and then that's them together because it's love. And then this is them together, you know, making a connection. And then you got the 3, it's expression. And then let's see what they write. It's just really cool. Okay, so yeah, let's just start all over. So it's just quick keywords. It says receive love from the giver. And then number 2, conceive of love with another. And then 3 is enlarge your circle of a spiritual kin. Spiritual kin. And then it says materialize your love into form. So it's like form it, your love for each other. And then 5, it says let go of your gift of love. So let go of the love, and if it's true love, it'll come back. And then so it's appreciate experience of the past. So, you know, if you were in love before, you appreciate it. And like I know from experience, like I don't regret anything that happened in my love life. You know, I don't regret any of it. I'm very appreciative of it happening, and I wouldn't want it any other way. So 7, let the self be swept into bliss. And then 8 is journey towards the divine in all. Come home to your spiritual family. Celebrate your goodness in all. And then totem is page, swim in internal light, the dolphins. And then lodge, I don't have lodge with me, but exemplar, it says ever deepening love welcomes the living spirit of earth. So it's really cool because then you see them right here, and then they grow up. And that's them younger, and this is them now, more mature, and it's completely formed. Isn't that beautiful? I think it's really great. Okay, that's all I have for you guys. Thank you. Bye.